Hey guys, and here we are back with another one, and in this particular case a really interesting gadget, especially for those of you that enjoy Android and enjoy playing your games on a mobile device such as this one. Not only Android games but also game streaming, then this is a really interesting gadget. For those of you that follow the channel for a while, you remember that about 2.5 years ago we took a look at the original GPD XT, and today we are going to take a quick look at the GPD XT Plus, which is basically a upgraded version in terms of internal specifications regarding the older version. Now, starting with the unboxing experience really quickly, guys, we will find the GPD, a charging cable, and also a quick user guide. In terms of the design itself, as you guys may see, they are exactly the same. Now, they are made of the exact same plastic, which is not a bad plastic at all. It has these rubberized analog sticks, and this is a device with gaming in mind, so the form factor and so on and so forth, it's all made just for gaming. It has a 5-inch IPS display with a maximum resolution of 1280 by 720, and in terms of connectivity is exactly the same, as you guys may see by some images that I did record. Now, one of the big differences here is that the internal specifications have changed, and also the Android version. Now, it comes with a MediaTek 8176, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of flash storage, and Android 7. Now, in terms of performance, as we can see by some benchmarks and also in real life situations, Geekbench and Antutu with some really nice scores. Then one of the most important things on any mobile device, which is the Wi-Fi, especially if we want to game stream like we do here on the channel, then as you can see, really great results on Wi-Fi. Of course, this will depend on our own network, but as you guys know, I do have a really good coverage here, and I did get some great results. Also on the disk speed test, so that you can have an idea, because this is a really snappy device. When we close one app and change to another, it's something really quick, nothing similar to those cheap Android TV boxes that sometimes it take a lot of time to open and close a app. And these results just point out to one, which is we have a powerful enough device for Android gaming, emulation, and game streaming. And starting with some real world performance tests that I did, and of course, as usual, also for those that love to consume media, I started with Netflix, which the maximum resolution, as expected on any mobile device, will be SD quality or 480p. Now on YouTube, I did start with the mobile app, and we could got up to 720 resolution, which is the maximum of this screen. Let's be fair, with the really smooth playback. But I also tested out the YouTube TV version, which may be useful for those that will connect this directly to a TV, which we will cover in just a moment. And what we could get is a maximum of 1080 with a really smooth video playback. And I also tested the YouTube 360, which is one of the things that you guys sometimes ask, and it works just awesome. The next test was with my IPTV service, and it was okay. And then also played with Kodi 17.6, was able to play 1080, H.264 and H.265 8-bit samples, all from the network, nothing from the internal storage. Finally, I also tested with Plex. I was able to stream some of my 1080 MKV Blu-ray files that I've got on my network attached storage without any issues at all. Now, moving to the sound, what I can say is that in terms of volume is quite good. It's just lacking a little bit of bass. And one of the really cool features about this device, like we did in the past, is the ability to connect it to a big screen TV and use it as a Android TV box. Of course, it has a quite powerful sock right over here, so we will be able to push more than most of the Android TV boxes that we have on the market, and we will be able to do everything that we do right over here, but instead we can just leave it near the TV and sit down on the couch and then control it with the Air mouse or even with the gamepad. At least this is one of the scenarios that we can use one of these boxes, portability, and then when we arrive home just connect to our TV and use it as an Android TV box instead of having more than one device. Now moving to the gaming part of things, because this is a portable gaming device, I did start out with Android, and what I can say is that for those type of games that we try, like Respawnables, worked just great. I actually have some footage where I was playing Respawnables on my 4K display. By the way, the maximum resolution that we can get out of the HDMI is 1080 at 60 frames per second, before I forget that. I also tested out with Asphalt 8 Airborne with a great experience. And then I moved on to PUBG, which is a game that we have been playing here around with some devices, mobile phones and Android TV boxes, and what I can say is that I'm enjoying this game, and the maximum resolution that I could get on the GPD was the balanced resolution. That we have seen that it's not the best resolution available, but in this 5-inch display, as you guys may have the chance to see, it looks really good. So the game, it's responsive, it's fluid, and the graphics are really good because they are packed in a 5-inch display, unlike the last video that we saw the game on an Android TV box displaying in a 27-inch 4K display where we got different results. But in the 5-inch display we will have no issues at all, and in terms of performance the game was really fluid. Now lastly, I went to game streaming, and as you guys may see by some images as well, the result was just great. Now having in mind that for the past few years I've been using Moonlight and NVIDIA GPUs, and at this moment I'm using the new Steam Link app beta version, so a lot to improve, along with the AMD GPU on my Macintosh. And what I can say in this scenario is that we can get up to 720 at 60 frames per second or 1080 at 30 frames per second. At least this was the maximum that I could get with this scenario. But like in the past, I'm really sure that for those of you with the NVIDIA GPU and using the Moonlight app, you will be able to stream 1080 at 60 frames per second with no problems at all, as long as you have the powerful network on your house, and that will be no issue because we already did that in the past. And in here I'm sure that with the Moonlight the results will be a lot better. Until Steam Link beta gets a little bit improved, we will have 1080 at 30 frames per second. And guys, this is about it in terms of this device. If you look around, and I will leave a link down below for my review about 2.5 years ago, this was one of my favorite devices. And what I can say is that at this moment this is also one of my favorite devices, because for those that like myself love Android portability and then the ability to connect it to a TV and the gaming capabilities, this is just great. We can use it for multimedia, we can use it for gaming. This is almost a Swiss Army knife for those that want some gaming in a portable form factor. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up. Any questions, drop them down below. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.